The first episode of Loki was full of callbacks and hidden references. Did you notice the pattern of Thor Ragnarok in it, where just like Thor, Loki is captured and he is not able to figure out what is happening around him. He gets controlled by a neck device and people are killed by just touch of a baton. This video is going to be full of spoilers, so you have been warned. Hi and welcome to Super Duo. This is all callbacks, Easter eggs and references from Loki's episode 1. The episode starts with recap from Avengers Endgame, which has all the old scenes except for these two. One with Loki mimicking a robotic Captain America, and second with Loki waving Hulk goodbye. When Loki teleports with the Tesseract, we can hear Thor shouting his name. This audio is from Avengers Endgame.
Loki!
Marvel Studios logo turns to green and golden, the color of Loki's costume. When Loki crash lands in the Mongolia desert, this scene is shot similar to the first flight crash of Iron Man. While addressing the locals of Mongolia, Loki says the same dialogue he said to Nick Fury in Avengers.
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose. I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
And yes, because of his habit of trying to be superior than the others, he stands on these rocks before addressing them. When TVA Hunter B-15 hits Loki, the weapon's light is blue and this slows the time dilation. But when the weapon's light is orange, it destroys the things it touches. When Loki is brought to the TVA, there is a Skrull standing there. Loki is called as Loki Laufeyson, not Odinson. Loki's variant number is L1130, which means there are 1129 more variants of Loki before this one, which the TVA has tracked so far. Also, Loki's sector is shown as 1900 to 2099. According to Marvel Comics, 2099 was that batch of comics which contained popular superheroes like Spider-Man, Hulk, Fantastic Four and X-Men. Loki's gender is shown as fluid. Female Loki exists in comics and it is a possibility that some of the variants in the show are going to be female version of Loki. Also, because TVA controls the timeline of multiverse, this female Loki can be from some other universe. And also, if multiple Loki exist, this explains all the fuss about the multiple patterns of the logo. The animated video in TVA discusses about Nexus events, which is caused when someone deflects from their destinated timelines. Nexus was also discussed previously in WandaVision episode 7. Also, it is mentioned that if a Nexus event is kept unchecked, it can create madness and causes multiverse wars.
Which left unchecked could branch off into madness, leading to another multiversal war.
This is a hint to Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. So Loki show is going to build up the story of Doctor Strange rather than Thor Love and Thunder. The animated video shows Kree Army and Nova Corps fighting together. The planet they are fighting is Titan, the home planet of Thanos. The sacred timeline is explained similar to how Ancient One explained about it to Bruce Banner in Avengers Endgame. In this scene, we can see the girl pointing at a devil's photo on the glass. Some think it is Mephisto, but I think it is just Loki with horns. Also, she gives Mobius this bubblegum packet on which we can see a funny photo. This looks like a reference to Nightmare, another supervillain in the comics from Doctor Strange. Also, further in the episode, we see Loki and Mobius talking about Nightmare.
This place is a nightmare.
That's another department. Now that department I'll help you burn down.
Now this can be nothing as Marvel keeps on fooling around with us fans like this. Loki tells Judge Renslayer that he knew Avengers were time traveling because of the cologne of two Tony Starks.
Oh, believe me, you can smell the cologne of two Tony Starks.
This was also discussed in Avengers Endgame by Ant-Man.
Is that Axe body spray?
Yeah, I had a can of this for emergencies, Max.
When looking at the TVA building, we can spot one of the building numbered T282. 282 is reference to the mighty Thor comics which introduced the Timekeepers for the first time. Mobius keeps on drinking this drink named Josta. Josta was a product of PepsiCo and a popular drink of the 90s. Loki is shown jumping from a flight and he was DB Cooper. DB Cooper was actually an unknown person who robbed $100,000 from the US government by hijacking a plane and then parachuted down to be never found again. So this was a fun way to show that Loki was DB Cooper. When Loki falls from the chair, Mobius helps him to get up. And in slow-mo, we can see that this is the moment when Loki steals the controller of the Time Twister. While Loki is time jumping, we can spot a lady looking similar to Peggy Carter behind him. Not sure if it is her or not though. We can see so many Infinity Stones in Casey's drawer, but there isn't a single Mind Stone here. Also, the baseball card in Casey's drawer is of Honus Wagner. This card was recently sold for a whopping $3.7 million. When Loki finishes watching his future on the projector, the reel ends and we can see the words ETH616 written on it. Earth 616 is the main timeline from Marvel Comics on which the MCU is based. The TVA Minutemen searching for the killer Loki variant reach Oklahoma in 1858. According to the comics, after Thor Ragnarok, New Asgard was located in Oklahoma, but in the movies it is located in Tonsberg, Norway. Also, they spot a weapon here which is said to be from the 3rd millennium. According to the comics, Kang the Conqueror belongs to the 3rd millennium. So this might be another reference to the mega villain making its way into the MCU. And in the last scene, we see a hand picking up the Minutemen's device. It looks like a woman's hand, and according to the set photos, we know that this matches the costume of Lady Loki. So this variant can be a Lady Loki from another timeline. There is no post-credit scene, but we can hear this last message from TVA mascot Miss Minute before the episode ends.
Thanks for visiting the TVA. Don't hesitate to let us know how we're doing.
So Loki's first episode took us to 3 different years, 2012, 1549 and 1858. But we still don't know which year TVA belongs to. Maybe it doesn't belong to any particular year, and time doesn't work like that in TVA. If any of you have any idea about this, do let me know in comments. These were the Easter eggs and callbacks from episode 1 which I noticed. If you liked this video, do give it a thumbs up and subscribe for future videos. Thank you for watching this video. See you guys in the next one.